This will turn into a video, I guess, because 1 minute is not long enough. Yeah, I'll get back to it when this loads, because, you're like, 6-year-old laptop. I mean, it can run Windows, so it should be able to run pretty well. That's it, opening Task Manager. Every time I open Task Manager, it does 20% CPU. It usually does 40, but since there's a thing running in the background. AMD 3020E graphics. And then yes, it doesn't say right here, but it is a Vega 6 GPU. But it has 8 gigs RAM technically, but it says 6 because some of it goes to GPU. Oh, it's not loading to RAM. Oh. Okay. Oh. Let's see if it's on fancy graphics. Okay, it's on fancy. Oh, fast. Okay. Clouds off. And particles degrees. Okay, so this is its world, like running off it. What about on a server? I'm gonna get my test server up and then join the test server and then see if that helps with any lag. Okay, so let's go over here, test server, start the server. Test server up. Yep. Okay. By the way, server's right here. It's running this. Okay, so it's back at 1. Go to play.gg. Log in. Don't need to see that. I'll get back to it. Okay, I'm back. Go here. Go to the second one and see if it's connected. It's connected, and then I should be able to go to servers. And then yes, proceed. Okay, add server. Allow. Server address. I'll get back to it when I type. Okay, it's right here. I'm gonna join it. Check the status. I mean, FN3. Oh, yeah, I mean, it runs pretty well on the server with multiple mobs and stuff. I mean, yeah. Server itself is fine. I mean, yeah. I guess it just doesn't like to run its own server. It lags a little bit. But it's a Windows laptop that is 6 years old with a 10-year-old CPU in the first place. Or not 10-year-old. It's probably like 5-year-old. Or the CPU when it first came out was 5 years old, probably before. Let's search it. So, So, yeah, they say it's a okay thing, but they're comparing it to another 10-year-old. Okay, this is about what I have. Oh, it's Vega 3. I thought it was Vega 6. Vega 3. Now, the only difference with mine is that it has 8 gigs of RAM because we added more RAM. So, it came with Windows 10, but so it could update to Windows 11. Until I switched it to Windows, until I switched to Linux. Then I did a couple different Linux distros, and then I switched back to here because I wanted to see if it still held up, even before it didn't. Now, the only reason why I got back on here is because I found this thing that debullets Windows. Like, everything that you don't really need is gone. So, I'm like, yeah, this might be a smooth experience. So I guess it is usable. Just have a server to connect to, have something to connect to before you do anything with this laptop, because this thing will not run a normal Minecraft world by itself. Like it's chugging, but hey, I mean, it's hitting 60 FPS. What about uncap? Empty shadows off. I mean, it can hit about 95 to 120, but I wouldn't push it because once I start moving, yeah. So it's CPU bottleneck, because GPU's fine. It can do that, but to run a Minecraft server, or even locally, uses a lot of, CPU. So if you don't have a good CPU, you're gonna have a hard time running a integrated server, or local. So that's my experience with this laptop. They made newer ones, probably the same amount, but then just newer. But this is with all fast, no textures, no nothing. I'll try to study them later or something like that. So, bye.